Could you introduce your characters and tell me a little bit about them?
Sure. I play a character called Alita, and Alita is, she really is like, she's a leader. She is, she's working working up the ranks, and she's very much, she's very dedicated, and kind of, I think unbeknownst to her, like feeds very much into a system that she doesn't even know that she's like actively participating in, until the kind of rug is like pulled out from underneath her, and she kind of can't unsee what she sees, and really has to use all of those leadership skills to like rally her friends, and I guess fight the forces of evil. Yeah. As one does. Fight the man.
Fight the man. Fight the metal alien man.
Yeah. There you go.
My character's name is B127, and he actually is. He's at the bottom, way bottom of the corporate ladder. I mean, he's below the corporate. Whatever's below that. Yeah, he's a worker bot. But he's a guy that sees the silver lining of everything. And so everywhere he goes, every station that he has to work in, he just thinks is the best thing in the world. And he just makes do. He makes lemonade out of lemons. It's just kind of his disposition. Yeah, and he's really very kind of optimistic. He's an optimistic person. Yeah.
As you've described, your characters are obviously very different. What qualities do you think they bring to the core 4 friend group?
Qualities, I would say Alita, she's a little bit of a control freak. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
She's very pragmatic. And I think she also, she's someone that like is good at identifying other people's qualities and their shortcomings and like also lifting them up so that they can like reach their fullest potential. That's her I think that's a good quality of hers.
Yeah.
That's what she contributes to the group.
It's funny because I think my answer's a little meta, because I think that ultimately he brings levity to the group, but he also, ostensibly, he's the comic relief of the adventure. And I think that even in real life, there are people who are the comic relief. And if things start to get a little dark or a little dour or a little intense, you need somebody to be the release valve. Yeah.
How similar or different are you guys from your characters?
Nobody has ever called me a control freak, so I don't know what you're referring to. I'm sure. Don't fact check that with my husband, please. I mean, I think I am. I'm also a fairly pragmatic person, for better or worse, and I think similarly to Alita, I think can identify the strengths in my friends and my colleagues,
nice.
And and try to lift them up, and encourage them to strive. And I think sometimes that works for me, and then sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I think I see potential in someone that maybe doesn't. Also, maybe they don't want to,
or don't believe it in themselves. Yeah,
and they maybe don't want to strive for that same thing. Maybe they're like happy where they're at, and I'm like, but you could also be doing this, And that's just my own frustration. I have to let go of those expectations.
I think it's actually a very sweet quality to have that, to see the potential in others. Yeah, and I really want people. I do want a quality of myself. I want people to feel comfortable, but I also I would say I'm a little different because I do what I can to meet people where they're at. I think B is really kind of it's almost a campaign in a way. He's like, here's who I am, and I would love to know everything about you, but I also want you to know everything about, you know what I mean? So I don't, he's in that way, a bit of a self-promoter. So I think we're a little different in that regard, yeah.
You did give me a business card, though.
I did, yes. Okay. Influencer.
B, these are not the bad guys.
Why did you cut the door?
What? No, it was already like that. Right?
Yes, that's right. Yes. It was already like, yeah, that's right.